Hi, good evening. I think I have my technical difficulties figured out. We'll just give anybody a moment to join and to see if Bill can get my new live up to make sure now that my screen is in the right direction.
You're good.
All right. Bill says I'm good. Well, good evening. It's Wednesday, which means it's Stamping Fun time. And the world is a little crazy today, but here in my craft room, it's very peaceful and quiet. So we are going to be playing tonight with Darling Donkeys. This is out of the Celebration catalog that went live yesterday. It's one of the freebies that you can get for spending $50. So I'm going to be playing with that one. And I'm also bringing in to go with it, let me get to this last page, the Hostess set. This Hostess set is called Punch Party. I just love it because I like punches. And this goes with 3 different punches. It goes with the postage stamp punch. It goes with the double oval punches for these 2. And then it also goes with the heart punches that are in the annual catalog. So we're going to have, hopefully, some fun this evening. I also brought in that we're going to use a little bit of is this Fields and Flower paper that's also a celebration item. These papers are so gorgeous. Let me flip them over. So I'm using this paper tonight. And then I am also using a paper out of the annual catalog called Well Suited. Another gorgeous paper that we'll be using with a stamp set in a few weeks. But for tonight, we're going to play with Darling Donkeys. So let me grab my first card that we're going to make, and it is this one. So this is that well-suited DSP on some Pacific Point paper. And then this little donkey kicking up his heels. I just thought he was so cute, but I wanted something wild behind him. So I went through my dies and I pulled out painted poppies. And I used this one to sort of give him a wild background. And then one of the stitch dies with a little hee-haw there. And then it's your birthday on the inside, bringing in some of that DSP. So this one's a very, very simple card. This is the 4 1/4 by 11, scored at that 5 1/2. And then the 4 by 5 1/4, I have to think tonight. And I stamped It's Your Birthday with a couple little sparkles. This paper was the black, the gray, and the Pacific Point. And so I just cut this to be 2 inches by 5 1/4. So we're just going to glue this down. Hey, Deborah, nice to see ya. All right, so we're just going to put that on there. And then this is Poppy Parade with that same Pacific Point. It's, like I said, out of that well-suited DSP. I'm glad you made it. And then my pieces, I've got them in my little box here. I'll show you. I had such fun. We cut out a bunch of the donkeys. Now, this donkey doesn't come with a die, but I stamped them. I stamped them in gray and in black. And then I have a Brothers scan and cut. Ran them through there and chopped them all out, or I should say Bill did it. All right, so I colored my donkey. Well, here, let me put this together. This is that one that I was telling you from the Painted Poppies. I just really like this die, but I wanted some white on it, so I did a stitch die to put in the middle. So I'm just going to glue this down. And then My donkey, I just colored him with some slate gray, smoky slate blends in the light and the dark, and then a little bit of pink in his ears. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on him, let him kick up his heels there. I just think these donkeys are so cute. We're going to pop this up. So it's a nice evening to craft, Deborah. Let's see. All right, so we're just going to put him in there. And then the hee-haw, what I did was I just stamped it on a piece of scrap paper. And I am just going to fussy cut that out to go along the stamp line itself. Whoop. Nothing too crazy. Hi, Maureen. Thanks for joining. And I'm going to get a couple of the mini dimensionals and put that on here. Let's see. Oh, it's sticking to my fingers here. Okay. Oh. My hands are cold. Let's see. All right. And then I'm just going to put that hee-haw on there. And then it's your birthday. And then I do have some metallic gems that are in that silverish look. So I thought they would look cute on this card. So we're just going to put some of those on here. I know it's there. There we go. Come on. And there's our first card. Thought he was cute. That could be a little kid's birthday card. All right. The next card is totally different. I went a completely different path. But when I saw, there's the 3 donkeys, and when I saw this one with the rose in his mouth, I thought Valentine's. That's why I brought in this Punch Party stamp set also. So this is, hi Linda, thanks. So again, this is the 4 1/4 by 11. And I just saw Valentine's and said, I've got to put this little guy on a Valentine card. So that's what we're going to do. I've already cut my base, the 4 1/4 by 11. And on the inside, I stamped the scalloped heart here. And then I put You're the Best on the inside. And then the donkey comes with these little sparklies. I just did those in that pink. But how I did, we're going to do the front of this card. This one looks a little bit different. Is I stamped the hearts in different shades, the pink and the gray. And then I've cut these out. This is out of Plaid Tidings. This is out of some petal pink that I've had around for a while. And that's where these heart punches come in. So what we're going to do is I did take the one out of this Punch Party and You Make My Heart Happy. The other ones, I'm going to use the opposite color in the heart. So if the outline is gray, I'm going to put pink inside of it. And there's a little bit of dip and punch. So that's what we're going to do here. Let me put this in the background. So a little bit of glue. And then I'm just going to put these inside of those hearts. Now, for the ones that go around the edge, I'm going to glue on the background itself. And then just start putting these heart... Whoop, almost did the wrong color there. Glue that in place. Ah, all right, Beth, set it on the ground here. All right. So we'll get that one. Do the same thing here. This time I need a gray one. And I'm just going to let him hang over the side. While we glue these on and let them dry. Nice thing about this glue, it gives you that flexibility to move things around, but then it sets up rather quickly. And this one you could say I knew that I would be using just the top of the heart. So when I punched it out, I wasn't worried about the bottom. So you can do some scrap paper with these if you need to. All right. So all my hearts are on there, and then I'm just going to turn this over and come along here and trim them off. As I stick to my scissors. Oh my goodness. Okay. You could do any color you wanted. It can be non-traditional Halloween. When I was looking at the donkey and I colored him with the pink and the gray, I just decided to go with that. So now on this one, I did the donkey on the pink heart and popped him up. This one I did the gray with the pink. And then again, I'm going to grab some dimensionals here. Okay. Oh, let me glue this down to the front first. I'm getting a step ahead of myself. See, 2 sides to a paper. If you don't like what you do on the first side, just center that. Take off these dimensionals. And then you can just put him down here anywhere you feel like it. Since there's hearts everywhere, I think I'll just stick my little guy right here. I love his grin. Oh my goodness, his grin is so cute. And then I do have some pearls here I thought would look cute on a Halloween card. Or Halloween. Why am I saying Halloween? It's Valentine's. Oh my goodness, don't rush the year away. Okay. So there's our second card. Like I said, totally different from the first card that we went a little wild with. So there's our second. And then I have a third card to show you. I don't know how many of you are Winnie the Pooh fans, but I not that these donkeys are anything to do with Disney or Winnie the Pooh, but when I saw this little guy sitting there, he reminded me of the little guy from Eeyore, who sometimes I think is the most pathetic creature in the world, who's always sad and depressed and dysfunctional. But I saw him sitting in a field of flowers. And so that's when I pulled in this Field and Flowers from the Celebration catalog. And I just love these flowers with all the colors, the bumblebee, the cherry cobbler, the Just Jade. And I said, oh my goodness, I just have to put him in a field of flowers, reaching out to a friend. So that was my inspiration for this. These cards are all so different. So this is the last one we're making, an extremely simple card. So this is my Just Jade, and now I've cut it the other way. So it is the 5.5 by 8.5, so scored at 4 1/4. And then my next layer is Cherry Cobbler. That's cut at 5 by 4, and then this DSP, which is then 5 1/4 by 4. This is 5 by 3 3/4. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down. Hey, Barb. Thanks for joining. Like I said, this is a very, very simple card, this last one. But it's just, I don't know, he just called out to me. That's a nice thing about having a craft room and being able to come down. There are no rules. There are no craft police that tell you have to make it a certain way. The inside, I'm just going to leave my inside blank for a note. For my sentiment, I just used the scallop circle dies and the stitch dies and cut 2 that match. I used the bumblebee for the scallop, and then just, of course, the whisper white, which is, we talked about last week, will soon be basic white. So I'm going to pop this up. Everything is sticking to my fingers this evening. Well, better late than not coming at all, Barb. With everything that's going on in the crazy world, I wasn't sure where everybody would be this evening. So then here's my little donkey. And because I wanted him to sit on this field of flowers, I didn't want to fully color him. So I'm just bringing in some light smoky slate and just highlighting certain areas. I thought his little nose here and maybe his little, what do we got, hoofs here. Can't see too well there. His tail, his ears. His little mohawk here. He's just so cute. And then some pink for under those ears. Nothing too crazy. So then again, I'm going to put some dimensionals on him. And then I'm going to mix it with some small dimensionals that were literally right in front of me. Okay, here we go. And then because this long tail is sticking up, I'm going to cut one of these minis in half. I'll just cut a little skinny piece. That'll just help hold his tail up. Well, thank you. I think he's adorable too. And there he is, sitting in his field of flowers. So simple and easy. And then we can always, too, bring in these end colors. Here's like the bumblebee. I think I'll just stick one on there. And that's our little guy. So those are our 3 cards tonight. And like I said, I don't think they could be more different. There's the one, all little lonesome guy. Here's our Valentine donkeys. And then here's our little rebel birthday donkey. Having a party, kicking it up. So that was quick. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have gone out and looked at the new mini catalog and all the wonderful things that are in it. If you have any questions, please reach out and let me know. I hope everybody is staying safe and enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks. Bye-bye.